Holy hilarity, Batman! Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 funny Batman moments.
The first lesson is, life doesn't give you seatbelts. Let's go!
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the moments in media where the Dark Knight made us laugh, whether it was intentional or not. So be on the lookout for gags and spoilers down the line. Number 10, Puddin', the Batman-Superman movie, World's Finest. Talk about a dark sense of humor. The crossover event that was World's Finest saw the Batman and Superman animated series finally overlap. And what a joy it was to behold. Aside from the Caped Crusader and Man of Steel's brilliant chemistry, we also got to see Joker team up with Lex Luthor as they plotted a nefarious scheme to take down both costumed heroes. Their plans are eventually foiled, but not before Joker finds himself trapped on an exploding plane. As Harley cries for her puddin', Batman quips in with this little number.
Puddin'!
At this point, he probably is.
Ouch, too soon, Bats. Number 9, Happiness, the new Batman adventures. We all know that Batman is firmly on the side of good, but he's not exactly the first guy we associate with the word happy. You know, because he's vengeance, the knight, and all that. Well, as this scene shows, surrounding himself with allies has slowly begun to lessen the trauma he feels from his parents' murder.
And there's a new feeling now.
Which would be...
It's a lightness, a sense that things will work out for the best.
It's called happiness.
Whatever it is, I like it.
What could possibly be funny about this? As it happens, even when Batman admits he likes being happy, he still comes across scary as hell. At least it's a work in progress. Number 8, Batman vs. the Condiment King, Batman, the animated series. Does this one really need an explanation? He's fighting a guy who uses ketchup for ammo.
Oh yeah? Well, let me show you something, fruitcake.
In a glorious callback to the campy Adam West days, the Dark Knight finds himself taking on the not-so-deadly Condiment King, a villain whose only weapon, other than his tableside sauces, is his endless stream of bad puns.
Let's see if you can cut the mustard. Quiet.
Granted, this whole fight isn't meant to be taken seriously, but in a show as gritty as this, it's still enough to catch us off guard.
I'm the Prince of Pickles, Sultan of Sauce.
Leave it to Batman to cut the mustard. Number 7, It's a Wonderful Life, Batman, the animated series. Aside from Halloween, we can't see Batman being one for the holidays, especially Christmas. Despite his constant brooding, Robin still insists that he settle into the spirit of things, and what better way than to watch It's a Wonderful Life?
You know, I've never seen that. I could never get past the title.
While Batman doesn't dismiss the idea outright, we do find out why he never desired to watch the flick beforehand. The title. That is both quietly depressing yet oddly hilarious at the same time. While Batman may not exactly have a wonderful life of his own, it's nice to know he's trying to make Christmas a little safer for Gotham's citizens. Number 6, so that's what that feels like. The Dark Knight Rises. One can't call themselves the Knight without being able to disappear into it on occasion. All throughout his appearances in film and television, Batman has made something of a habit out of vanishing from sight when people's backs are turned. It scares the crap out of villains, gives Jim Gordon a headache, and gets a good chuckle out of us while he's at it.
So that's what that feels like.
Easily the funniest moment in this conclusion to the Dark Knight trilogy, Batman finally finds himself on the receiving end when Catwoman pulls the same stunt, leaving him slightly baffled. Number 5, Darling, I'm Batman. Batman, the Brave and the Bold. The best aspect of this show has always been how it fully embraces the campier side of the Caped Crusader, as well as his darkness. This episode struts down the line between them by telling a story about revenge while also giving us the most eccentric interpretation of Batman ever. In her pursuit to catch and kill the Riddler, the less than merciful Katrina Moldoff magically switches bodies with Batman. Only problem is, she's not exactly very good at hiding her personality.
We were supposed to meet here over 2 hours ago.
Darling, I don't have to answer to you. I'm Batman.
Have you ever wanted to see a Batman that was absolutely fabulous? Well, here's your chance.
We're going to extinguish Riddler, and do you know why? Because I hate him, hate him, hate him!
Number 4, Hockey Pads, The Dark Knight. Given the monstrous acts that the Joker commits over the course of this masterful movie, you'd be forgiven for forgetting that there was actually a few funny lines here and there. Our pick of the litter has to go to the time Batman managed to take out the Scarecrow, mobsters, and a whole group of pretend Caped Crusaders in a single go.
What gives you the right? What's the difference between you and me?
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
When one imposter demands to know what the difference is between them and the real deal, instead of lecturing them on what it truly means to be the Dark Knight, Batman simply retorts that he's not the one using hockey pads as part of his costume. Number 3. The Bomb. Batman, the movie. Oh, Adam West, you are sorely missed. While his take on the world's greatest detective didn't exactly have the grit and edge that the character is known for today, it did have an overwhelming charm to it, not to mention some gut-bustingly funny scenes. Case in point, when Batman finds himself having to get rid of a rather large explosive. There's only a slight problem. Everywhere he turns, there are innocent civilians. Heck, you can't even toss it into the water for fear of killing some ducks. Some days you truly can't get rid of a bomb.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Number 2. Am I Blue? Justice League Unlimited. Batman is well known as a master combatant, tactician, engineer, scientist, spy, athlete, escape artist. Well, you get the idea. He's got quite the skill set. But did you know he can also carry a tune? In a bid to rescue Wonder Woman, who had been previously transformed into a pig, Batman makes a deal with the enchantress Circe.
Am I blue?
In exchange for turning her back to normal, he has to make a sacrifice of his own, singing a rendition of the jazz standard Am I Blue? And wouldn't you know, he's damn good at it.
There was a time I was your only one.
Anything for Diana, right, Bruce? Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
He cannot be a part of me. Batman does not eat nachos!
Number 1. Shark Repellent Bat Spray. Batman, the movie. Batman has had to handle his fair share of undersea killing machines before, but none even hold a candle to the sheer lunacy of this one scene. Desperately clinging to a ladder, Batman finds himself in a spot of trouble when a shark decides to try to take a bite out of him.
Hand me down the shark repellent bat spray.
What's his ingenious solution to such a life or death situation? Why, bust out the Bat Shark Repellent, of course. Yes, the premise is ridiculous, but given the amount of gadgets Batman has on that belt of his, it's still kind of fitting. Rest in peace, Adam West. Your caped crusader won't soon be forgotten, old chum. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.